Well, hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another walkthrough of a Cryptic Crossword. I'll be taking you through clue by clue, and today, as you can see next to me here, it's going to be a subscriber special. So that means this is a crossword that's been sent to me by one of my subscribers for me to solve. I love doing these, they're always really good fun. And today's subscriber is Matt Ames. I've done a few of Matt's crosswords already. I did one about a week and a half ago or so. It was really good. So he sent me another one this week, and I'm really looking forward to doing it. So we're going to get on with that very shortly. Two things I need to cover. First of all, one thing is I do a live stream every Sunday at 8 PM UK time. So if you fancy coming along to that, just tune in at 8 PM on Sunday, and we do basically a live cryptic clue challenge where I give a word of the week, which this week the word is crudeness, and you send me in a clue by email, and I highlight it in the live stream, and then everyone votes for their clue of the week. It's usually good fun. There's a good bunch of people now who gather every Sunday for this, and it's a really enjoyable part of the week. So come along if you fancy it, or worst case, send me a clue and see how you get on. And the second thing is, if you're completely new to cryptics, try this video. It's literally a 60-second video that I've made just to outline cryptic crosswords really quickly. Right. Let's get on with today's crossword, and we'll see what Matt has in store for us. He's done it on mycrossword.co.uk. As you know, I talk about my crossword a lot. Maybe if you're new to the channel, you'll hear me talk about it all the time, but it's a great crossword site, free to join, and you can make your own crosswords there, or you can solve lots of other crosswords made by really fantastic setters, Matt being one of them. So, like I say, let's get on with today's puzzle, see what it has in store. Okay, then let's get going. We'll start with one across. So one across is degree obtained from some text entry. Now what's that mean? I've just noticed that you can't see it actually, but he's written some special instructions. He says, thanks to Foilsider, the Cryptic Mystic on YouTube, for his thoughts. Oh, that's nice to get a mention here. Thanks, Matt. I think Matt did send me a couple of clues and asked me my opinion on them. So maybe they're in this crossword. So anytime, Matt. Absolutely. Right. Anyway, one across. Where are we? Degree obtained from some text entry. Usually, from is like a link word between wordplay and definition. Usually, everything before the from is a definition. But this word obtained as well maybe is a part of the link as well. Could be like a word for degree, and you get that from some text entry. Oh, look at that. This is a hidden word already. This is a hidden word, I think. I'm going to ring my bell. I love hidden word clues, so I ring a bell every time I see one. So some here is a hidden word indicator. There's different types of word play in a cryptic, and one of them is that the setter will hide the answer in the clue itself. So this is what this is. And so usually indicated by words like somehow or somewhat, that type of thing, or even just some, or sometimes even just in. So the word is actually hidden in text entry, and it means degree. But this is so nicely disguised, because you think we're looking at a degree like a master's or something like that you get, but it's a different meaning of degree, and it's, look here, is extent, like to some extent. Look at that. It's right there. Very nice. Good start. Okay, cool. Let's go to 4 across now. See how we get on there. Changed ethos during introspective talk. Embraced different beginnings. Changed ethos during introspective talk. Embraced different beginnings. What is happening there? Change could be an anagram indicator, though it could be an anagram indicator of ethos plus something else, maybe. Always try and basically work out what are the wordplay indicators in the clue, and then from there you can work backwards and find the definition, and then have a guess at the definition, and then try and justify it with the wordplay. So there's another word here, beginnings. This is like could be a wordplay indicator, could indicate like use the initial letters of words. And that's actually what's happening here. I've just seen it now. Very nice. The definition here is actually changed. And beginnings is referring to every other word in the clue. You're basically taking the initial letter of every word there, look, and you get edited. See that? Look at that. So nice. So edited is the answer there, which means changed. Cool. Love it. Right, onwards and upwards. Let's go to 8 across. Not yet fully mature, but see they've grown extra long, prehensile tails. That's a very cool clue. Referring to some sort of, immature species of some description. But what is happening? Just like we had beginnings in the last clue, we've got tails in this clue. Now, tails can, cryptic setters, they sometimes refer just to the word itself, or the words themselves. So literally, what's a tail of a word? It's going to be the last letter of the word, isn't it? So could that be what's happening here? It is actually. Look at that. I'm just going backwards from tails because usually the wordplay indicator is next to the words that you need to work on. So if you go backwards from the last letter prehensile, long, extra, right back to, starts here with but. So the last letter of all those words gives you teenage, which would be a way of describing not fully mature. What a cool clue that is. Very clever. So Matt so far has shown us a hidden, an initial, like an acronym clue, and then a tail clue. Nice range there, Matt. Lovely. 9 across, let's see. Used in some ceremonies to enrage. See, we got this in some again. That makes me think hidden word. Just frantically scanning here to see if there's a hidden word in there somewhere, but I don't see one. So this, what's the definition here? Not sure, because I don't see any particular wordplay words there. So maybe this is some sort of cryptic definition or double definition, maybe. Don't know. I'm going to come back to that one. I'm not really sure yet. Let's try 11 across. Aviators in acrobatic display making modifications. Okay, I think this is an anagram clue, and I think acrobatic display could be the anagram indication. It's quite a nice use of that phrase, isn't it? So I think we're making an anagram of, I'm just saying we've got 10 letters there, look, aviators in, and the whole thing will make a word that means modification. So making in this clue is the link word. Remember, there's 4 basic elements to a clue. Usually there's a definition, there's wordplay indicators. Not always, they don't always have to exist, the wordplay indicators. What you call fodder, which are the words that you maybe manipulate in some way or find synonyms for to make the answer. And then link words, which are words like neutral words that don't take part in the wordplay or are not part of the definition, but just are used to join the two together in the sentence. And sometimes make the sentence make more sense. So that's what making is here. So we're getting a word for modifications from an anagram of aviators in. And the way you can spot anagram indicators are basically words that have something to do with things being thrown around or confused or drunk or crazy. Anything gives you that type of feel, that's investigated being an anagram indicator. So anagram of aviators in, it means modifications. I'm thinking variations is looking at me there, so I'm going to go with that. Variations. Lovely. Right, let's move on. 12 across. Rush, peg, out, back. What is that? What is going on there? Could be, back could be a reversal indicator. So literally reversing whatever word we come up with, and then which would make rush the actual definition. And then pig out could be the definition. no, pig out, sorry, could be the fodder, the what we need to do something with. Out could be abbreviated to an O. Pig could be like a sow or something, SOW. Put it backwards, you get OWOS. That doesn't mean anything, does it? So I'm not really sure. Not sure. We're going to have to come back to that one as well, I think. I'm going to try a couple more crosses, then I'm going to hit the downs. Let's try 13 across. Benevolent annual travellers, sat-nav broke after losing back of casing. What is going on there? You have apostrophes. Apostrophe S's are good things to look at in clues because sometimes they're either in the answer or they're the link between the definition and the answer, or the wordplay and the definition. There could literally be, this is the definition, is the same as this part of the clue, which is the answer, which is the wordplay. This does feel more, this half of the clue feels more wordplay to me because you've got a word like broke, which could be, again, be an anagram indicator, and it's coming after losing back of, all these things. A casing could be, again, the first and last letters of a clue. But what is actually happening? Sat-nav broke. See, we need 5 letters, not 6. After losing back of casing. Back of casing could be a G, but there's no G there to lose, so that's not right. Benevolent annual traveller. Oh, hang on. I think I might have this now. Because I can see Santa sitting there. So maybe after losing back of casing means we're losing the casing of sat-nav would be S and V. But the back of the casing maybe is the last letter. Maybe that's what it means there. So we're taking the V off of sat-nav and making an anagram of that. And that'll give us Santa, who's definitely a benevolent annual traveller. Absolutely. Typing that in the wrong place. There we go. Cool. Very nice. 14 across. Unexpectedly adjourned as ex face positions exchanged in closed trial venue. Oh, I know this one. I have to confess, I already know the answer to this one because this is the clue that Matt sent me. Now, this clue is a spooner clue, but he wanted to come up with a way of doing a spooner clue without using the spooner. Normally, spooner is in there, and people know, okay, it's a spooner clue. So he wanted to come up with a different way of doing a spoonerism. And if you've no idea what a spoonerism is or a spooner clue, let me explain. So, spooner clues are clues named after the Reverend Spooner, who was an Oxford Dawn academic and a reverend in the early part of the 20th century, who was famous famous in circles anyway, for mixing up the initial letters of two words. So instead of saying, for example, cryptic mystic, he would say myptic christic. So what a spooner clue is, it usually refers to two words. Like when you swap the initial letters, they make a meaning that's referred to in the clue itself. So that's what this ex face positions exchange means. That we're swapping the initial letters, swapping the faces of these words, and it will mean unexpectedly adjourned. That's what the definition is. But if we flip it the other way around, it'll sound like a closed trial venue. So the answer is, I know this from previous, is cut short. So as in shut court. So if you swap the initial sounds of these two words, you get shut court, which would be a closed trial venue. See how it works? So it's not necessarily the initial letters you're swapping, it's the initial phonics, the initial sounds. Cool, very nice, a nice variation on spooner. Good. Okay, I'm going to switch to the downs. Let's see what we can get from there. Let's go one down. Mean energy organization becomes liquid from the bottom up. Not sure. From the bottom up could be a reversal. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Energy is usually abbreviated to an E. I'm just looking at the check-in letters that we have and seeing what sort of word I can make out of that. Oh, I got one. Enema. Enema could be liquid from the bottom up. What a cool clue. How do we get enema? Oh, I see now. Look at that. We're making an anagram. So organization is an anagram indicator. We're making an anagram of mean and the E of energy. See, some words can be abbreviated. Only words that have an official abbreviation in the dictionary can be abbreviated. The only abbreviations you can use. So you got an E here and then mean. We're making an anagram of that and we get the word enema. How cool is that? Very funny clue, that one. Right. 2 down. X-rays beam cut second charged atom exhibits stress. Right. Second's normally an S. It's usually abbreviated to an S. Just looking at what we have here. It looks like tension, doesn't it? Tension is a word that fits there and it could mean stress. So exhibits maybe is just a link word. So I'm going to write tension in because I think it looks like it's right, and then try and work out why. So that could be the S, could be the second there. Charged atom is an ion, isn't it? So that's what that is. Now, X-ray beam cut. Why is that 10? X-rays beam cut. X is 10, and no, X is Roman numerals for 10. So I can see the 10 there. But we've got X-rays beam cut. Okay. This is cool clue, actually. Look at that. So basically, look at the word X-ray. What is the second half of X-ray is a ray. And another word for a ray is a beam, isn't it? If we're cutting the beam from X-ray, it just leaves us X, which a synonym for in cryptics can be 10. And then we add the second and the ion to give us tension. That's really good. Cool. Okay, 3 down. Knocking back gin shots regularly precedes collapse at the end of the day. What a cool surface, eh? What a cool surface. It makes so much sense. That's exactly what would happen if you're knocking back gin shots regularly. Now, regularly here is a classic cryptic wordplay. It usually means take the alternate letters of a word. Which word we're taking the alternate letters of, I'm not sure yet. Maybe it's shots. Because I can see a T here. I can see gin written backwards here as well. Look, so that's back here. Knocking back actually is a reversal indicator. We're knocking back gin. So that gives us NIG. See that? Then regularly, shots regularly is alternate letters of shots, which is H and T. So that gives us night. What's this word? So end of the day is the definition. On nightfall. Look at that, because it's all that precedes collapse. And another word for collapse is fall. And we get nightfall. Very neat. Very neat. I love it. Well done. That's really good. Right, let's try 5 down. We could do with some of these downs because the crosses were a bit tricky on that side, weren't they? So rings get minor dents and marks. Rings get minor dents and marks. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming the definition is marks. Not really sure what's happening. I don't see any wordplay. So maybe it's a double definition. Don't know. Oh, it's top right. It's been a bit tricky, isn't it? Let's see if we can get 6 down. The last of a dozen thuggish outsiders follow Goblin after loveless couple. Well, cool surface there. What's happening? I can see follow, which can mean just a placement thing. Goblin's coming after loveless couple. What a loveless, when you refer to love in a cryptic, you're basically referring to the letter O. Comes from like tennis, like 30 love, 40 love, that type of thing. So a loveless couple. So we're taking an O off a word for a couple. And I think the definition here is the last of a dozen. Oh, that's cool. That's going to be 12th, isn't it? Last of a dozen is 12th. I'm going to write it in because I still can't quite work out how do you spell 12th? There's an F in 12th, isn't there? 12th. There we go. Oh. Yeah. So how's it work? There's our loveless couple there. Look, TW is 2 minus the O. So everything coming after that. Then we have, just before that, we have a goblin, which is an elf. And then we have thuggish outsiders coming after the goblin. So outsiders is a very cool way of referring to the outer letters of a word. So we're looking at the outer letters of thuggish, which are a T and an H, and they go here. And you put all that together, you get 12th, which means a last of a dozen. Really cool. Nice. Okay. 7 down. Police officers' route to dialogue. Well, police officers typically can be like DIs, detective inspectors. I see that a lot. And setters like that because a lot of words begin with DIS, don't they? I think that's what this is actually, because I think the definition here is dialogue. So I'm thinking discourse. Because also in a route would be a course, wouldn't it? So we got DIs, detective inspectors, police officers, and then route, course. And that gives us dialogue. Cool. We're going to have a look at 9 across again, see if we can make any sense of that. Used in some ceremonies to enrage. Still not sure. Let's try 12 across. Can we get that now? Rush, peg, out, back. Just look at those. There's not too many words of fit, and they're like foot fits, obviously. Flow. It is flow. Look at that. It's flow. Because why is it flow? Well, another word for peg out is to wolf. You wolf something down, you can peg out, right? Put it backwards, you get flow. Neat. Okay, we'll leave these 5 down and 9 across to let's just leave those for now and let the subconscious work a bit. Let's try 10 down. Tory swore having suffered a head injury. I'll have this, I think, because Tory is typically coded as a con, C-O-N, short for conservative. So the Tory party in the UK, or Conservative party in the UK. So this suffered a head injury is the definition. This is concussed. Neat. So cussed is swore, isn't it? Lovely. Okay, let's try 16 across. I'm leaving calcium content of slush to get mineral buildup. Let's read that again. Let's try and I'm leaving calcium content of slush to get mineral buildup. Right. When you, with a bit of experience, you start looking at sentences and just not trying to read them properly, and then look at things literally. Look at, I'm leaving calcium. Look, there's an I and an M in calcium. Let's take it out of calcium. That leaves us CALCU. Yeah. And then content of slush is literally, take off the outer letters. That gives you the content. That's LUS. Put calcu with LUS and you get calculus, which is a mineral, which is a buildup, isn't it? Like in your teeth or other places, I suppose. Calculus. Very neat clue there. I like this I'm leaving business. That's a nice way of deleting I'm from a word, isn't it? Cool. 18 across. Pigment showing in lock reflection. Okay, I'm going to ring the bell. This is a nice hidden. And there it is there, look. So showing in is telling me it's a hidden word. And the definition is pigment. And if you look in lock reflection, look at that ochre. See it? Cool. All right. Next up, where should we go now? I'm just going to try 20 across, and it's 4 letters. Let's see if we can get it. Capital cities, messy lose. Right, this is an anagram, isn't it? Remember I said to you before about anagram indicators? Which word here do you think is the anagram indicator? That's right, it's here. Messy. Something's messy, it's an anagram. We're making an anagram of lose, and the definition is capital city. So what capital city can you make with lose? Oslo. There we are. Lovely. Let's try 13 down now. That'll help. Maybe a pie in the face hits right mark. Maybe a pie in the face hits right mark. Right can be abbreviated to an R. Actually, I don't know what this is. Can't work this out yet. Again, there's no obvious wordplay. So we'll come back to that one. Let's try 17 down. So near, but Charlie doesn't win first tournament. When you see a name in a cryptic, it's a good thing to know is the NATO alphabet. You know, alpha, beta, Charlie, delta, etc. Because they use that a lot in cryptics. So when you see one of those names come up, Tango's another one comes up a lot, then you know you're basically just need a letter C. Look at that. There's a C there. Doesn't win first tournament. So this definition will mean so near. Doesn't win. Oh, this is closest. Doesn't win is loses, isn't it? And the first of tournament is a T. See that? That first is referring to the first letter of tournament. So we got Charlie, doesn't win is loses. First of tournament is T. Closest, so near. Lovely. 15 down, we try that. Taoist interrupted every leader. Taoist interrupted. That would say to me maybe it's either shortened or it's got every inside. No, Taoist interrupted every. Maybe a word for every and Taoist in the middle of it. Or Taoist interrupted and then a word for every. That means leader. Now, luckily I'm Irish and I know that the Prime Minister of Ireland is called the Taoiseach. And that's how you spell the start of Taoiseach. So I think this answer is Taoiseach because it's a leader. And every, yeah, it is, because a word for every could be each. Taoiseach. Taoiseach. It's the Prime Minister of Ireland. Nice. See, it pays to be from Ireland sometimes, doesn't it? Very good. That would be, I think that's quite a tricky one for certain people. That would be quite a tricky clue, I reckon. Right, 19 down. Buried, chewed up, headless mouse is gruesome. The way this reads, it feels like gruesome is the definition. So all this is gruesome. Headless mouse could literally be just take the head off the mouse, so take the M off mouse, and we end up O-U-S-E. Chewed up could be an anagram indicator. Not sure. The whole thing means gruesome. Oh, I think I might have it. So the chewed up refers to the headless mouse. We're making an anagram of the headless mouse and adding that to a synonym for buried to mean gruesome. That would be hid and then eos, hideous, gruesome, neat, like it. Cool. Let's try 21 across then. We tried that yet? No, we haven't. Right. Annoyed by clumsily shed coffee. 7 and 3. Again, what sort of anagram? I've given it away already. Stupid question. What sort of indicator is that? Clumsily, do you think? It gives you off the feel of things being a bit, over the place. This is an anagram indicator. So I think it means annoyed is the definition. And we're making an anagram of shed coffee. Yeah, I can see off in coffee there, so that's here, and this is cheesed off. That's a cool clue. This is brilliant. Brilliant puzzle, isn't it? Please let Matt know what you think of the puzzle. Go and visit Matt's puzzle as well, and I'll put a link to his My Crossword page as well in the video description. His username is Mames, M-A-Y-M-E-S. How good is this? So good. So let him know in the comments what you think. 22 down, let's go there. Jumble sale with female jumpers. That's a cool clue. Jumble sale. I haven't heard that phrase in a while, a jumble sale. God, there seemed to be jumble sales all the time when I was growing up. Obviously jumble is also a very nice word for anagramming as well. You make it, you jumble things up, you mix them up, don't you? Because we've got female can be abbreviated to an F. That's here already, look. Wow, I've got this now. So we're actually making an anagram of sale, putting it with the F, and we get a word that means jumpers or type of jumpers. The question mark here is telling us it's an example of jumpers. This is fleas. That's brilliant. Jumble sale and flea market. There must be a clue in there somewhere. But that's a really cool clue. That's really nice. I like that one, Matt. Right, let's try 26 across. Opinion held by Blythe Sisterhood. Matt's been very kind to me tonight. He's given me another hidden. Look at that. Lovely. Do you see this held by? It immediately gets your hidden answer senses firing. So this means opinion, and it's held by these words here. Blythe Sisterhood. Can you see what it is there? It's thesis, isn't it? Cool. 24 across, let's go there. Rivals get the point of this attachment. Rivals get the point of this attachment. Not sure. I don't see any wordplay. The point of this could be a T, maybe, at a push. So this could be a cryptic definition. This, but I can't see the checking letters. We got A, O, and E. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'll have to come back to that one as well. But concerned about that now because I've got all the checking letters already. Nothing's jumping out at me, so I'm going to have to think. Right. Okay, 21 down. Have we looked at that yet? No. Okay, .com icon to some extent tells jokes. Now here's that other thing. Another hidden. Thank you, Matt, for the hiddens. To some extent is another classic way of saying, these words to some extent. So some extent of these words will give you the answer. So it tells jokes. So within .com icon, look, we got comic. Comic definitely tells jokes. 25 across. Tasteless skit performed in front of church. Church can be CE or CH. You can see the C already here, look. I think this is an anagram here. Performed can be an anagram indicator. Just because we have a T here, I'm just thinking we're making an anagram of skit and putting it in front of CE or CH, and it means tasteless. That's what we're doing. It's kitsch. Cool. Very nice. 23 across. Have we had this one yet? No. Problem, I left Jane Austen novel behind, back of cupboard. Full clue there. Jane Austen novel, I'm looking at the check-in letters, I think of Emma. So now I'm thinking, right, where's the definition? Is it problem or cupboard? And I'm thinking if it's problem, ending in Emma, it must be dilemma. So I'm going to go with dilemma. And let's parse it now. Let's work out the wordplay. Definition is problem. Then I left. I can just be an I. Remember, there's no superfluous words allowed in a clue. And left can be abbreviated to an L. So that's the I and the L there. Jane Austen novel is Emma. And that's behind. All behind. Back of cupboard. The back of cupboard, I think I said this before. A back of something could be the last letter behind a D. So I-L, Emma, behind the D is what's happening there. Giving us dilemma, problem. Love it. Right, let's see if we can get 13 down now. Maybe a pie in the face hits right mark. Oh, this is slapstick. Look at that. It's staring me in the face, that one now. So how's that working? So hits is slaps. And why is it right? Oh, right mark is a tick. Like a tick. Correction, like a correct mark. Slapstick is a pie in the face, definitely. Love it. Nice, okay. We've got 3 left. We need a bit of inspiration now. What's happening here? Used in some ceremonies. This is 9 across we're doing. Used in some ceremonies to enrage. And for once, it's not a hidden. That some is not telling me anything. Used in some ceremonies. So you have to think, what type of clue could this be? I don't see the definite. I don't see any wordplay. So it's either it's a charade clue, or it's a cryptic definition, or it's a double definition. So double definitions are clues where it don't have any wordplay, but they got 2 definitions. So you end up with a word that means both definitions. To enrage. I have it. Oh, this is beautiful. You can smell it. You can smell it. I like the smell of this stuff as well. This is incense. So incense is to enrage, or incense is stuff that's used in some ceremonies, isn't it? Nice. That is good. So it's a double definition. There's one, and there's the other. See that? Cool. Right, 5 down. Rings get minor dents and marks. God, I want to just write dents back in there again. Rings get minor dents and marks. What's marks? Rings. I guess a minor dent. I'm looking at just the checking letters now. A minor dent, when you get a dent in your car, a little tiny one, you call them a ding, don't you? So, could this be a triple definition? We get rings. Could be dings. Something dings at rings, doesn't it? And we get minor dents, or dings as well. And marks. This is a bit I'm not sure. I don't understand this bit. And marks. Dings. Is that like wing, like the font wingdings, which is just a load of nonsense, isn't it? I still don't know what's the purpose of wingdings. Can someone tell me? Is that anything to do with it? I'm going to go with dings, but I don't really know. I love to understand the marks, but let's see if Matt has any annotated solutions, we're going to look at that at the end, because just to see, it'd be good to understand that. Could be a triple definition. Cool. Okay. Last one then, 24 across. Here we go. Rivals get the point of this attachment. Rivals get the point of this attachment. So it either means rivals or it means attachment. Or this attachment. I'm not sure about this at all. I don't know. Right, what is it? Think. If it's rivals, it's going to end in an S. But I think the wording is making me think it's more of an attachment than a rival. It gets the point of this attachment. Like this attachment is the definition, I think. So rivals get the point of this. I literally can't even think of a single word that goes in there. Probably all consonants, isn't it? It's going to be. It's going to be probably 3-syllable word. I'm going to go through the alphabet. This is what I do when I get stuck. I just, start here. Think, we can't be a letter A. Could it be a letter B and then, or C or whatever, and then work our way through. So let's start with B. Let's put a B there. What could that word be? Now I'm just frantically going through the alphabet with this one here. Like bacon, baconet, baconies, baconer. No. The silence is great, isn't it? Makes for a good video, this, doesn't it? It's stuck. I'm up to N now. I still can't see anything. Baronet works, doesn't it? Baronet. No. Oh, I've got there. I'm up near the very end of the alphabet. It's a Y. Bayonet. A bayonet is an attachment, isn't it? It's got a point. And you would give it to your rival, wouldn't you? Absolutely. Must be bayonet. That is so good. What a cool clue that is. And I sort of brute force solved it rather than with any inspiration there, really. That's amazing. Let me just check. Just do the old check grid business. Confirm check grid. Yes, we're all there. Fantastic. How good was that? Some fantastic clues there, weren't there? Absolutely brilliant. Matt, you've done it again. That was a great puzzle. Great puzzle. I think your puzzles are getting better and better, actually, each one you do. And you haven't even been doing them that long. So this is incredible. It'd be good. It'd be great to have you on one day and do a cryptic doubles or something like that. If you'd be up for that, that would be great. If a new puzzle of yours, it would be such fun. Let me know if you fancy that, Matt. But yeah, everyone else, please let us know what you think of the video. If you like it, please hit the like button. Let me know in a comment what you think. Let Matt know what you think of his solving, and subscribe if you haven't done. There'll be a lot more videos like this. Some of them are 15 by 15, some of them are 5 by 5, 5 by 70, all sorts of different sizes and shapes of crosswords now. But yeah, that's it. As you can see, the word of the week is still stuck there. Crudeness. If you can think of a word for that, or a clue for that, sorry, send it to that email address there, and we can feature it in the live stream this Sunday. But that's it for now. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for all your support. Remember, you can support on Buy Me a Coffee as well if you fancy that, and I'll see you next time. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.